How's it going, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and welcome to another review of the Boruto anime. Today we're going to be covering episode 180, Mujino's backstory. And wow, this was a very good episode in my opinion. And it did a lot to flesh out Mujino's character a little bit more, which I think was good, considering what's about to happen in the upcoming episodes. So anyways, before I get on to the review, if you like this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Anyways, let's get on to the review, shall we? We start the episode off at the Uzumaki residence, and Himawari is working on a present for her mother. She's working really hard on it, and it turns out to be none other than Vase-kun. Yes, guys, Vase-kun has made its debut in the Boruto anime, the best character of the upcoming arc. Anyways, Boruto heads off to the Thunderburger to hang out with his friends in Team 7, and since Konohamaru is currently on a busy mission right now, it looks like Team 7 are on their own for their own mission, so yeah, Boruto's gotta be paying attention to his missions, according to Sarada. Anyways, Boruto, as he's walking around town, he ends up running into Mujino, who seems to be running away from a couple of people. So Boruto tries to catch up to him, and it turns out that Mujino over here he's not paying any of his tabs on his bills in any of the meals he's eating. And since Boruto is associated with Mujino right here, they're like, hey, you're Mujino's friend, right? Well, you're going to have to take responsibility, so Boruto has to pay Mujino's debts, which Boruto's not too thrilled about doing. And then Boruto has to take Mujino to the Thunderburger for him to eat. And Boruto has no money left. Basically, his payday is gone, so he can't even get a gift for his mother now. Way to go, Mujino. So Mujino ends up inviting Boruto back to his place. And wow, this guy doesn't take care of his place very much, does he? It's very run down, it's very dusty, the floors are rotting, there's just nothing in there. The guy's not taking care of the place. However, it has a great view of the Hokage monuments, so that's pretty nice. And it turns out that Mujino over here actually really admires Lord Third. In fact, Lord Third really helped him in the past. And we come to learn that Mujino actually lost his parents, as we know in Naruto series. There's a lot of casualties because there was multiple wars that took place over the years, and a lot of warring times and conflicts between other nations. So, you know, something like this was very common, so Mujino was an orphan, and so he basically gives his backstory, and we literally get Mujino's backstory in a flashback to when Mujino was a young child, about 9-10 years old. So back in the day, children were basically used for assassination attempts, and this was very common back in the day, in the warring times in Naruto, and Mujino happened to be a victim here, as he was kidnapped, and probably duped into trying to kill Lord Third, or else he'd be killed himself. So when Lord Third was visiting a refugee camp, basically to welcome people into the village, Mujino blended in with that crowd, and later that night, he went to where Lord Third was staying, brought him some flowers, and in the flowers he brought, there was a knife, and when Lord Third had his back turned, he tried to assassinate Lord Third, but of course, this is the third Hokage. He's not gonna die this easily. So he stops Mujino right in his tracks, realizes he's being used, and uses a shadow clone to take out the people that were using Mujino. Nice, Hiruzen. Nice to see you in action again after all this time, even if it was for a brief second. But anyways, he actually realizes what they were doing to Mujino, and he actually ends up welcoming Mujino into the village, and actually tells him, hey, I have a grandson that's around the same age as you, and his name's Konohamaru. But, before anything else could go on, Mujino's into the village, and not too long later, unfortunately, Lord Third passes away in his battle against Orochimaru, and he actually manages to catch a glimpse of Konohamaru leaving the funeral crying, and he later enrolled into the academy, and here we are to present day, where Mujino is accomplished shinobi. So the next scene is actually pretty interesting. So a young child actually shows up at Mujino's door, giving him some flowers. Earlier in the episode, Mujino was making some excuses to the restaurant owners, basically saying he can't pay his tab because he actually helped some kid's sick sister out, and he gave pretty much all of his money, and that's why he doesn't have any money for another month. Well, it turns out that wasn't a lie, it wasn't fabricated, it was actually true, and this kid showed up, gave him flowers as thanks for helping his little sister out. And Mujino, in turn, actually gives us the Boruto as thanks for paying off his tab, and then wait for next month, and he'll pay it back later, but he ends up giving this to Boruto so he can give it to his mom for his birthday. So, nice job, Mujino. Not only that, Mujino actually has a pet turtle now. Remember that episode right after the battle, the initial battle with Deepa, and before Konohamaru and Mujino headed out to investigate Victor's company. Yeah, he actually ran into that fortune teller, and that fortune teller, there was a turtle there. Yeah, he ended up taking that turtle in, and that turtle's his pet. So he asked Boruto to take care of the place while he's gone on his mission with Big Bro Konohamaru, because they're going to investigate a blimp that apparently crashed on the borders of the Land of Fire. And knowing what I know, man, this is all going to hurt very shortly. We then skip to a scene in which Lord Seventh and Shikamaru are meeting up with Katasuki, and he's presenting him with a prosthetic arm that he's been working on. And I'm just going to say right now, for anime onlys, you're going to want to pay attention to this prosthetic arm because it's going to be very important and very crucial to the upcoming arcs in the story. So, yeah. Anyways, I like the fact that they also acknowledge, Katasuki deeply regrets leaking information about the scientific ninja tools. And they still don't know who placed the genjutsu on him. I wonder if we'll learn about that very soon. And the episode comes to an end with Boruto returning home with the flowers. And these flowers will go into the vase that Himawari made for her mother for her birthday. So I gotta say, guys, I thought this was a great episode. Another good transitional episode. Is it just me, or are the transitional episodes that have been going on lately have all been good? Like in the past, there'd be a couple transitional episodes I'd enjoy, and then a couple I wouldn't enjoy at all. But lately, it's just been good. And I think the reason why they've been good is because they've been tying into the current events in the story, or in the arcs, and some stuff from the manga. I think that they've done a very good job setting things up. We have good setup with what's to come in that upcoming arc. We have the vase showing up here. We have Mujino's backstory. We got Katasuki and with the prosthetic arm. Like, I think this is all, they're doing such a good job just setting everything up. Like again, one of my criticisms for the manga is that there's like details that are clearly left out and left up for interpretation. And I like the fact that the anime is filling in those holes and it's doing it justice. It's doing a fantastic job. And I've always said that whenever the anime covers the manga material, it's better than the manga. And I get the feeling that the manga, which a lot of people really like the manga from this point on, is where a lot of people say the manga gets really good. If the anime makes it better than the manga, man, we're in for a wild ride. Because Boruto is about to become really, really good. But I have to say, the best part of this episode is definitely Mujino and his backstory. Because my goodness, they have done such a fantastic job with this character. They've done so much justice to this character. Because in the manga, I did not give a damn about this character. I didn't know what to expect from this character when he was going to show up in the anime. Because I didn't give a damn about him in the manga. But my gosh, like, I actually care about this character. He's been such a great addition to the cast. I don't want him to go. I want Mujino to stay. I want him to stay for a while. Like, he's such an enjoyable character. Like, he's gone through so much development from the beginning of the car actuation arc till now. Remember when he was first introduced in the anime? He was a very stiff character. He was very antisocial. He is friends with Mujino, but he was very stiff. He was very strict. And look at him now. He's a lot more outgoing. He's more relaxed. He's hanging out with Boruto. He trusts Boruto a lot. He acknowledges him. And yeah, and you actually get to see he's a very caring person as he actually helped, a sick child, given his, basically his whole, month's pay for this child, instead of, he lives in just a place that's covered in dust and is not taken care of, and he's giving away his money to help people. Like, it just shows that this guy is, there's a lot more layers to his character. And they've done such a good job with him. Like, I'm just amazed at what they've done with this character. But they went the extra mile and they gave him a backstory. And a flashback at that, in the past, where he meets Lord Third, so this just adds way more character to him. And I love it. And they even added a scene where he sees young Konohamaru leaving his, grandfather's funeral. It was just all done so well. Like, that is the best part of what's been going on lately in the Boruto anime. They've been fleshing out characters from the manga that definitely needed it. But Mujino, they've done the best with, in my opinion. And my goodness, we're about ready to jump into the AO arc, and, well, we'll see what happens from here. So that's all I got for this video. So again, I found this episode to be a great episode. Another good transitional episode. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So guys, in the comment section down below, post your thoughts. Let me know what you think of Mujino's backstory and how it was handled, and how How do you think Mujino as a character has been handled in a Boruto anime? I'd like to hear your opinions. Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll talk to you guys later. You have a great day or night wherever you're at. See ya.